Back, cutie pie. So, in 12 months from now, most likely, the yearly candle's going to be green. That's most likely, no guarantees. And you got Bitcoin, Ethereum, all our favorite crypto, probably going to go up. And many investors will have severely butchered themselves because they're going to try trade around their position. You know why? They're going to attach narratives to green candles and red candles, and they're going to try guess it. And they're going to think that the market is giving them an offer they can't refuse, and they're going to screw themselves. And this happens every single time in every market, stock market, metals, everything, man. Especially happens in crypto. But in crypto, I mean, you don't have to wait long before these people get really, really depressed. All right, they don't have to wait long at all because the prices go so extreme. So my conclusion here really is you just got to do nothing. That's actually it. The hardest part of investing is the sit on your hands and do nothing part, right? So I've got this cute little Wojak here who's bloodshot eyes. But we're going to go through it, man, because sometimes the charts, they're just not enough. You need a reason to actually see why things happen the way they do. Why is there regret? Can you see regret on the chart? I've got Bitcoin halvenings here, and I'm going to put our one, here we go, the new Bitcoin halvening that's going to come around here. So, just want you to know that throughout history, man, this was the first Bitcoin halvening. Selling within a year of the Bitcoin halvening, selling it literally at any point, big disaster, big regret, huge, all right? Yeah, we're not going to get this return again, but you get to see your regret, okay? So don't look at this number and say, oh, I went up 148x. We're not going to get that again. I know we're not going to get that again, habibi. But just think of regret. That's it. You go, okay, selling within a year of the Bitcoin halvening, massive regret. What about the next one? Same thing. Selling within a year of the Bitcoin halvening, all the way to here. Okay, selling here, massive regret. Big regret. This was actually a 100x run, so they're big, man, and they're nasty. They hurt. So you got a 150x run, you got a 100x run. What about here? So this one was the anomaly because in the first two cycles, people thought, see, this was interesting, right? People knew that the Bitcoin halvening is bullish for price. Okay? Well, people who are in the inside. But what they didn't know was how the market was going to perceive it. Because down here, people just holding, they don't know what's going on. It's too early. And in the second one, everyone's like, oh, we go up before the Bitcoin halvening. Right? And then we did. But what happened in the third one? In the third one, this is a cycle I came. Here, we all got complacent. We thought it was going to just stay down here forever. And the market just shot up viciously. Destroyed so many shorts, it's not funny. It ends up at the same place where it would have been without this. But market expectation was too complacent. And then you got punished for it, right? So that's what you do. You can never predict when you get to a zone how the average market participant is thinking, right? That's what you can never predict. That's why investing and trading is always a moving target. So always ask me, what's the target? What's it going to do? Where's it going to go? I don't know, man. Wait and see. You got to wait until we get there. Do people have their guards up or their guards down? We don't know. So we had this, and yes, if you sold on the Bitcoin halvening, wrecked. And I know people who did this on Reddit. There's threads of me posting. I'm begging people, please, dude, don't sell your Bitcoin. There's people bragging here going, ha ha ha, I sold at $10,000, idiots. Literally people bragging on Reddit. And I was begging them, please. This is before when I thought Reddit was actually a place for normal people to congregate, right? So what happens here is we run up too early and then we pay the consequence of it. So you can look at it two ways. You can look at it as, glass half full, where it's like, oh, wow, you got really euphoric early. Or you can look at it as half empty, where you go, oh, well, if you sold 1 year before the halvening, it's not too bad, So, but you don't know, man. What if it didn't get, what if it didn't, get this? What if it went like this and it got here? That means selling along 1 year before the Bitcoin halvening was a huge mistake again, regret. So Here we are today. Doesn't matter what the price is. So we're going to go 1 year before the Bitcoin halvening, around April 2024. So you'd maybe just think, I don't know. So you don't know. Maybe it's just going to go, maybe it's going to do that. Or maybe we're going to shoot up and then come down later. I'm not taking that risk. Do you want to take that risk? That's the question. I'm not taking that risk. Sitting on your hands and doing nothing, yeah, it sounds stupid, but that's actually what you're meant to do. You're supposed to just watch the calendar. The years are going to tick by. I promise you that. More fiat goes circling around the world. It ends up in the crypto bucket. Okay? So, we have 1, 2, 3 examples where the risky thing to do is to sell Bitcoin or crypto, same thing, 1 year before the halvening, around that. Huge, huge, huge mistakes. Like oh my God, you will have so much regret. The mental cope you're going to go through because you just have 1,000 signs. You're like, wait a minute, all these people have been listening to a poor? They don't care about me. They're sitting there making like the 8% on their account. They don't care, man. They don't care about you. But they're loud. You know why? Because they're right. When they're right, market goes down, they're loud, they're feeling euphoric, they have bearish euphoria, and they say, see, worse is yet to come, and I use these models to predict the end of the world, so you should listen to me. And people do listen at precisely the wrong time. Listen to the bears here. Don't listen to them down here. Listen to the bears here. Don't listen to down here. So maybe it's going to happen again. Listen to the bears up here. Maybe I'll be a bear up here, man. Okay? But we've got to make it there first. So, back to my Twitter. Right? Do we have information to show us? Right? Do we have information to show us that this might happen again? Surprise, surprise, we actually do. Luckily, I have a good talent for putting together pieces of the puzzle that other people can't see. I'll bring it for you for free. High value content. You ready? Listen for this. So let's go. Most people expect the US Fed to cut rates between the third quarter of 2023 this year and the first quarter of 2024. So it's like around June up to like March of 2024, right? That's when everyone expects. And you know what? Before I saw this survey, that's exactly what I expected. That's why you always got to see what the poopy heads are thinking. Right? You always got to see what they're thinking. Just in case they're so stacked on one side. Just so you're prepared, man. That's it. It's better to be mentally prepared, right? So that's why I have big fat red arrows on the left. And I've written here, since the crowd is mostly wrong, it would be funny if we get either a swift cut, pretty fast this year, or it's like really further than anyone expects. Wouldn't that be shocking? Not shocking to us, right? Right? Because we're paying attention, right? So this is the funny part. So it's possible though. So the way it's worded is this could just be one cut, right? So look, it's possible that CPI, you know, it's spiking up, coming down, right? On this way down. So this is actually what actually that people don't know. Volcker, right? Volcker cut rate. So CPI spiked up and then double top. And what happened was as this CPI part, so it's gone up, right? The second wave, as it's coming down, this part, right? As it's coming down, I'm going to now draw a blue line, green line here. This is going to be the interest rate, right? So the rate was huge. The rate was above it, right? The rate was above. And then as we went along time, he cut the rates just to match the CPI going down. So he chopped it down, right? So as the CPI got down, he chopped down with it. Maybe that's what happens now, you know? No one expects that, right? But that's what we don't know, right? Is this first cut? This is the crazy thing about markets, man. You've seen this, maybe you've seen this meme. There's people posting pictures of the Fed pivot is now going to be bearish, right? So people now expect when this little cut happens, right? Let me make it green. When this cut happens, people are now saying, uh-oh, the market's going to crash, right? That used to be a secret, but now it's common knowledge. And if all the newbies are talking like that, then maybe we just straight rally for another year and just leave them behind. See, that's why it's a moving target. It's a war, man. It's literally going to war. There's a different strategy every time. Some things work, some things don't. Maybe some things, you know, the philosophy of some things always work, but you never 100% or you never underestimate the enemy. That's it. At any time, you always have to go with all your weapons, man. Everything available. So it's possible that maybe the Fed can do a little bit of cuts and people are going to jump the gun and go, Fed pivot. They're going to cut rates to zero now. What do they know? It might be just like, Fed goes 25 basis points, and then another 2 months later, another 25 basis points. That's nothing, right? Because the rate's still going to be like 4 to 4.5%. You're doing nothing, okay? But people are going to think, oh, here comes a bad one. Here comes a bad one. And maybe the crowd is going to be wrong, But there is another chance where the stock market's rallying, right? And we've rallied so much that people forget that a recession is going to come. And yeah, prices do that. Prices are like a drug. Humans get addicted to up only. When we see prices go up, you be amazed what people throw out the window. Look at the people selling the lows, man. They completely forget why crypto was made in the first place. So, of course, the other way can happen. People can get euphoric and drunk on green candles. And if they forget that a pivot's actually bearish, if they forget that a recession's around the corner and the yield curve and all this other stuff, maybe it's not a false signal by the yield curve. Maybe it's actually real. If they tend to forget all that, well, then maybe crypto's gone up too much as well, and we'll have to reevaluate, right? So, last message. Remember, I've spoken to you about, is there some information so before I read this message, we need people, so see these little squiggly lines? We need people to get out here. Because when they get out here, friends, they are the fuel up here, okay? They are the people who make the most noise to get us up here. And they suck everyone in. They go, fuck, I missed it, it's going up, I've got to get in. That's actually the weakest hands who make us go up. Just like they made us go up here, right? They sold and they made us go up here. They sold and they made us go up here. So we need them. Yes, we need them to sell here. We need them to sell so they help drag us up. So, final message, right? So, we need people to sell. People are calling for a Great Depression, all this stuff. But here, look, man, I have high yield credit spreads. So it's a health check of boomer poop coin investments. It's a sign, right? When there's economic stress, the yields are big and they're exploding. But look at them right now, man. They're not moving. Now, of course, they can move at any whim. They can just start moving, but they're not moving right now. Like, we're not even close. Yeah? We're not even close, friends. Like, that's what I'm just saying. I'm saying, like, give us something like this. All right, then all the talk. But nothing. Nothing so far. Right? Now, of course, yeah. By the way, if you say, oh, but it spiked up here. Yeah, but look at this. It started spiking from 2007. It took literally 18 months to play out before the 2008 crash. Right? 18 months. This one was a zombie virus, right? This one was a false alarm. So even up here, it's not even like huge enough yet, right? So and look at this time. It still takes 1 or 2 years, man. That's what I'm saying. Like this could be going on for a while. And everyone is still sidelined, which is exactly what we want. A bull market is where, let's go back, final message, right? Final chart. The bull market is where you are climbing a wall of worry. Climb, climb, climb. Ah, I'm worried. And here you come euphoric. There's no more worry here. This is the bull market. You're climbing a wall of worry. Who's going to ban us? Government. Oh no, left, right, up, down. Oh no, no, no. And then you forget all about the worrying is up here because you've gone so far. Same thing here. Bull market is where you're climbing the wall of worry. And right now we have a wall of worry. Oh, we're worried. It might go up. It might go down. Ah. And then it trains everyone. And one day we'll be so euphoric. Generals out. Partying. Your socks are off. You're going to forget that you were worried in the first place. And that's precisely when everyone's going to hate me because I'm going to say it's time to get out again. Until next time, friends, I love you all.